Hey there, Purple, back with another bite-sized VoD review, this time for our dive on Anubis. So one thing I want to talk about was something that's not exclusive to dive, but is something we've struggled with a little bit, which is our ultimate ability awareness. We should be tracking, and it was a very cluttered fight on the first fight, but one thing you've got to worry about is, okay, well, what's their strongest ultimate ability? Maybe Coalescence, because they can do a lot of, chip damage to us. We don't have the most insane healing, but we do have... Actually, no, we actually do have really good healing. So, the Coalescence, we can kite, we can biotic nade so that they can't get benefit from the healing. Doesn't get as much value, maybe they have to back up. But other than that, what's their biggest threat? EMP. Their EMP is going to be crucial for them for a lot of setups. It's probably their most powerful ultimate ability overall. And so if we recognize that, hey, they might have EMP, what can we do about that? Well, we don't have Lucio, and normally the answer is to have Lucio with Sound Barrier, hide your Lucio. When the EMP comes in, that's what you Sound Barrier after, save your team. What we do have is we have Mercy, which Mercy with healing, with Valkyrie healing, sort of does that. It fills that same role, right? You want that team-wide healing to mitigate the effects of that EMP. They're running dives, so they're not going to have super concentrated damage, anyways. So the answer is pretty simple here. Wait for them to EMP, hide your Mercy, and then when the Mercy comes out, and then when the EMP comes out, use your Valkyrie. Fortunately, what happens is their Sombra uncloaks here, and boom, 4-man EMP. Which, because we're not watching out for it, we're not, anticipating that it's going to be coming out. Wavica is caught right in the middle of it, and we don't have that Valkyrie. If we have that Valkyrie, we win this fight anyways. We end up winning this fight, but we can... we actually do a very good job of kiting it. We get the first pick and we win this fight. We use... our Winston uses an ult to keep him away. But that could have gone very wrong for us. And just because, they have a Reaper, so, what if they chunk down our Winston? What if they chunk down our Diva? There's a lot of there's a lot of ways that things can go wrong, and the answer that starts with identifying, okay, their EMP needs to come out, and I have the answer for it. I gotta hide. We gotta set it up so that whoever can answer their biggest ultimate can hide. And where that does actually come back to bite us is if we go up a little bit, 4. Oh, a little bit too far. Let's go just a couple seconds. Right now, it's their Sombra setting up. It's a couple minutes later. Their Sombra setting up in the back line for another EMP. We actually don't have our our Mercy res. Their Sombra built up EMP really fast. We don't have Nano Boost to save a single EMP target. We don't have Diva Bomb to fly in and zone them off. We do have an EMP of our own, so we can actually initiate on that. Unfortunately, Sean goes in, and if we're going to talk about dive stuff a little bit, Sean went in the backline here and dove in way too aggressively. If we're going to dive in, right, there's the two kinds of dive. There's when they dive in, you dive onto your own healers and try to kill their, the people that they dove in with. Or once they dive in, that's when you execute the dive on there. On their backline. Neither of those happened. I think we just kind of dropped in way too fast and ended up getting punished. So it's already not a good situation for us. But to make it worse, they have EMP and they have Diva Bomb. And let's watch what's going to happen here. Mercy flew in. So the EMP is not great, right? Once again, we get, I think, 4 people EMP'd. Hisung is waiting in the back line to EMP them on their initiation, and Sean is coming in from spawn. But as much as we need to work on not getting hit by EMPs and stuff like that and having an answer, the Diva Bomb is what kills us. 3 of us are gone. And here's the thing about Diva Bombs. When another team uses Diva Bomb against you, there's 2 ways that it can get value, right? That it's a pre-planned, I've got this angle down, we're going to bait them in one way, and so that when they make their rotation, they're like, wait a minute, I'm actually just not close enough to any cover to get that, which is why Pokebombs are so well known, because he does that a lot, right? He initiates with those and can end up getting 1 or 2 kills on a consistent basis. But there's a reason that Pokebombs are so, in the Overwatch League are so famous, right? it's because it's really hard to get that kind of value when Diva Bombs are, like, in 99% of the cases you're in, if someone launches a Diva Bomb at you, there is going to be cover for you to use environmentally, right? Diva Bombs are almost never in a place where it's just like, well, I can't just, I can't do anything. I can't walk to somewhere else to get it. That's why, again, that stuff is so rare. So if we go backwards just a little bit, the EMP is going to come out in a second here. Okay. I want to watch this at 2 times 5 speed. So Mercy's up here. Oh god, I'm shifting. Mercy's up here. Ashe is up here. Our Diva's up here. And who else? Hisung is in the back line. And where is our Ana? Where is our Ana? Is this one of those things where it's like... Okay, Ana's on Diva, right? Okay. So their Diva Bomb is coming in from here. And it's going to land somewhere right here. Which means you need to get around either... This angle is the best one to do. Just walk behind this angle. And for those of us that are up here, kiting it using that pillar is going to be probably the answer. Otherwise, you can probably fall down. Well, I mean, yeah, you'd still be using the pillar either way, even if you drop down to low ground. But you don't need to. The Diva Bomb comes in. Listen, there it is. We can see it. We say, okay, where is the nearest environmental cover? Back into our right. Moose does it. And I still don't know how our DPS and Mercy die to that. Like, that's a really easy kite up there. And if that's an environmental thing that like we need to be better at, like training at, I could try to find us some Diva Bomb, like avoiding game modes or something like that. It's right here. You both drop. That's why. Because we both drop. And we just put ourselves like right in the middle of... We're not attempting to find... We're not recognizing that the Diva Bomb is there and attempting to find some sort of space in which to hide. We're just kind of like dropping and hoping it doesn't hit us. And Wavica even can just take a step to the right here and avoid it. Egg's Heart is screwed because no ability was used to try to like get out of the way. I think we just kind of panicked, and as a result, 3 of us got taken out. It wasn't a particularly, it wasn't a particularly like unavoidable Diva Bomb, and Hisung followed it up with a Somber EMP. So if all 3 of the people that died to that Diva Bomb duck around cover like we need to, using either that top pillar or, this line of sight here, we are going to have a 5-man EMP. We just nade into them. We have dynamite, because our EMP is going to wear off pretty soon. They actually do. They do what we didn't do the first time, which is save beat for EMP, even though they don't end up needing to because they've already won the fight basically. But yeah, no, we got to work on that awareness, especially for area of effectals, that Diva Bomb, that Somber EMP. Not getting hit by those, having a plan, like really for the Diva Bomb, it's environmental awareness. Where can I go to avoid that? If you're on high ground right here, unless... Even if it hits the high ground, even if it just like lands and it's like, hi, I'm a Diva Bomb right here. 2 steps. 2 steps and you're good. If you're the Mercy on here, you can be like, okay, the Ashe is probably not going to want to expend resources to drop. I can just drop a little bit, float off back here and then just like fly back up. It's very, very important to make sure that we're not getting caught out by these sort of ultimates, because we definitely could have avoided that one Diva Bomb and then just by walking to the right places and winning that fight. So I've harped on this for way too long, but if we need more practice with environmental awareness like that, let me know and I can try to figure out some stuff for us. So